Studies and Special Projects is a division within GDOE whose main purpose is to work with, provide for, and assist the Chamorro teachers on island with materials, lesson plans, training, and more.
The division not only works with the Guam Department of Education's Chamorro teachers, but also external programs such as the Guam Visitors Bureau, CAHA, Lions Club, and anything else that we here at Inestudion Chamorro can provide for. Before coming into Chamorro Studies and Special Projects, I was very curious and eager to learn what exactly it was. Upon first hearing the news that I'd been accepted into the division, I was exhilarated, to say the least. Coming into this division, I really didn't know what to expect. I had heard quite a bit about the previous projects assigned to the previous cycles and thought, hey, those are all fun. I hope to do something along those lines, and I guess my wish came true.
When I first joined Chamorro Studies and Special Projects, I was definitely a bit nervous. I expected to be the only person in the division who didn't know how to speak the language, but it was quite the opposite. I didn't exactly know what to expect for the program and had high hopes and always wished for the best. The division stood out to me since I am very fascinated with other cultures. I saw Chamorro Studies and Special Projects division as an opportunity to get hands-on information about the Chamorro culture. I couldn't really see myself working in any other division, and I remained positive and hopeful that my course throughout this program would be smooth. And I'm glad to say it was.
I've always tried to be as involved with Chamorro culture as I would any of my other interests, and I saw this as an opportunity to further my cultural knowledge and to give back to my community in any way I could.
Our project in Chamorro Studies was basically to put together workbooks for the children at immersion school ranging from grades kinder to 3rd.
Now, the immersion school is a program that originated at PC Lujan Elementary School around 3 years ago, and it basically teaches all its students from grades kinder to, as of now, 2nd grade, all their core subjects in Chamorro only. So your math, science, social studies, language arts and reading, culture, and art itself would be taught purely in Chamorro to these kids enrolled at the immersion program.
I was tasked with kindergarten and 2nd grade, while my colleague Jason took on 1st and 3rd.
The process consisted of not only looking through books with designated grade levels, but also catering to each elementary grade level from kinder all the way to 5th. All in all, this step took about a week or so and got off to a pretty slow start, I'll admit, but it was ultimately a rewarding and gratifying experience. With all the information now sorted out, Rihanna and I got to move on to the 2nd stage of our project, which was creating the books online.
For this part of our project, we were provided access to the digital versions of each of the books we were working with. We were tasked to transfer each page on Adobe InDesign using Adobe Reader X. On Adobe InDesign, we were able to create the outline for each book pertaining to each subject. With 6 books per grade level and 2 grade levels for each of us, that totaled to 12 books respectively.
The funny thing was, my Adobe Reader X had been completely unresponsive, so what I had to do was take a screenshot of the page I needed, go into Microsoft Paint, paste the screenshot there, crop it, copy it, then paste it into Adobe InDesign. The whole process was just so productive and worthwhile.
I would definitely say our journey throughout this project was a bit challenging, especially when we were short on pages or when categorizing certain pages for a subject. But in the end, it was definitely rewarding.
The Chamorro Studies and Special Projects Division has been nothing but pure bliss and comfort for me. As a Chamorro individual, I've always struggled with my identity since I was a child and started coming to terms with certain sayings like, oh, the Chamorro culture is dead, or you will never be a real Chamorro. Since then, I've grown out of those negative thoughts and suppressed those voices in my head. Being a part of Inestudion Chamorro and going on these educational field trips to the Guam Museum and seeing firsthand what our people are capable of is just so inspiring. And I advise anyone who feels like they are losing touch with their culture to take the time and embrace who you are, to not let anyone tell you what it means to be yourself, and that no one can strip you of your cultural identity.
Being in this division has not only increased my cultural awareness for the Chamorro culture, but for my own culture as well. As a proud member of the FSM community, I am very thankful to experience such warm welcomings from the Chamorro Studies Division, as well as the people I've met throughout this internship. I've learned that your culture is much more than just a set of values and beliefs that you grew up with. but something to be proud of regardless of your ethnicity and ethnic background. It is a way of life that gives an individual a sense of purpose and authenticity that sets them apart from the crowd. So no matter where you come from, always remember to stay true to your roots and represent. Never let anyone judge you or silence you based on where you come from, and always remember that only God can judge you.
We would like to just take a moment to thank our supervisors, Senora Tina, Senora Jocelyn, and Senor Joseph, for making all of this happen and for providing us the opportunity to create resources for the children at immersion school. Si Diyos maasi!
Si Diyos maasi!